What is up, Legendary Team? It's your boy Legendary Z, and I am back for another Dragon Ball Super video, and today we're going to be breaking down the episode preview for episode number 96. The time is here to the world of Void for the fate of the universe. So I'm just going to hop right into this, because this, if you thought episode number 95 was hype, number 96, this, oh my god. It looks freaking nuts. Like, okay, right off the bat, we've got the 4 Gods of Destruction who aren't in the tournament. So that's going to be Universes 8, Liqueur, that's Universe God of Destruction. Universes 1, that's Ivan. Universe 5, that's Arak. And Universe 12 is Jin. So it looks like what we can see, we see Arak and Liqueur going at it in the world of Void at that new tournament stage, which by the way is freaking gigantic. So it looks like they're either going to be testing the durability of the stage, or maybe they're just going to be testing out their power of the respective gods in front of Grand Priest and Zeno, I guess, for his entertainment, because you do see later on that Zeno is asleep. So maybe it's just for Grand Priest's fun. He wants to see how they do. And with that, I feel like this is also going to show how the universe's Gods of Destruction can differ in strength, regardless of the God of Destruction energy, which we learned about last episode. That seems like it's something they all have the power to do, just destroy something. But when facing off against other gods, it's going to come down to skill, power, and just natural brute force and strength. And cunning, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's going to be nice to see, you know, those 4 gods who are considered above everyone else, or at least their universes are, facing off in a little bit of a, you know, sparring match or a showdown. So that's going to be freaking nuts. You got to expect that maybe Grand Priest or something's going to say, you know, maybe no God of Destruction energy is allowed or something. It's going to be something to where we get a little bit more of an explanation of God of Destruction energy. So we're going to get more, as episodes go on, like little dabs and drops of information about that. At least that's what I feel like they're going to do, because as soon as they said something about God of Destruction or destructive energy or whatever they want to call it, it was just like, wait a minute, what the hell is that? And then calling it a more pure form of energy, all this other stuff. So there's a lot of mystery behind that we're going to find out about in the coming episodes, so you can look out for that as well. And one thing you notice with Zeno sleeping, like I said earlier, even though he's asleep, he's always guarded, which kind of leads me to think, you know, if he's always got to be guarded like that, yes, he is considered royalty, I guess, but it's also got to make you wonder if he's physically at least able to defend himself, or if he just has that ability to erase everything. So I'm wondering, maybe that's what the guards are for. They're there to fight off any physical threats, and anything other than that, you know, Zeno at least has the time, or he has the ability to erase with his own power, but they need someone there to guard him in case he's maybe ambushed or taken off by surprise, because he doesn't have a way to do anything other than erase. So maybe that's what they're there for, to guard him in case someone attacks him while he's asleep, or attacks them while they're asleep. Now, right after that, now this is what we see here. Frieza and Frost are going to meet. After we just saw Frieza damn near turn on Universe 7, or pretty much everything but turn on Universe 7, right after being resurrected, I can't even imagine what he's going to be doing here, especially with someone who's pretty much his counterpart from another universe. It spells bad trouble, but it's just going to be so freaking hyped to see them interact and see how they are towards each other, and see if they maybe come up with a plan, because they are the same race. This is the first time we've seen Frieza actually interact with anyone from his own race aside from his father, but that wasn't really much interaction. But this is a completely new Arcosian that Frieza does not know of. Frost does not know of Frieza, even though he had a little bit of idea. I guess you could say he's heard of him from the tournament that they had before, where Vegeta and Goku both said they dealt with someone like him before, and they knew he had more forms and everything. But this also makes me wonder, you know, while this is the ultimate deadly alliance in this tournament, because we don't know what they're going to do, I want to know, like, are Arcosians, or just the Frieza race, whichever you prefer to call it. I prefer Arcosians because it just sounds better. Are they completely void of emotion? Because it doesn't seem like there's any kind of emotion, at least in the canon ones that we've seen so far. They don't really have any other emotions aside from anger and, you know, hatred and just a thirst for violence and control and power. You saw when the Supreme Kai of Universe 9 was talking to Frieza and asking him, like, don't you have anything you want to protect? Even if you are a villain or, you know, a bad guy, you gotta have something you want to protect, someone, something, anything. And Frieza's like, I don't know what you're talking about. These guys are completely void of emotion. Like, they are terrible people. So it's got to make you wonder, what the hell, what happens to them when they're growing up, or what is going on that planet, or wherever the race is from. I feel like we should at least maybe at some point, if this is gonna lead into a Frieza arc after this tournament, maybe we should get some type of a backstory on the Arcosian race. Maybe just, and I mean like on some Naruto level type stuff, like where we get to see like the childhood of Frieza, like just little flashbacks and stuff like that, to see what's made Frieza how he is, because that would be nice to see. And I don't say that to, you know, it's not going to build any sympathy for Frieza, because Frieza's just going to be Frieza regardless. There's no sympathy needed there. But I feel like it'd be a nice way to kind of flesh out more of Frieza aside from just, oh, he debuted on Namek, that's it. We know some other characters' backstories, like we've gotten little retcons of Vegeta seeing Beerus as a kid, that kind of stuff. We could use a few of those for Frieza, I feel, just to at least get an idea of what it's like for that race overall, because I at this point I've got to have to say the entire race, or whatever clan, whatever you want to call them, they've got to be void of emotion. At least they don't have any, or aside from, like, you know, they would be void of positive emotion, I should say, because they have some emotions like anger and hatred and that kind of stuff, and rage. They got all the bad emotions, they don't have any positive ones though. Now, aside from that, one thing we're gonna see here, oh, it's been built, it's been hyped up since back in the prelims. We finally get to see Goku meeting Jiren the Gray. Goku and Jiren are gonna meet, and you can already see Jiren has his back turned, if that's the same shot, like Goku and them walking up. But I feel like it's going to turn out to be a little bit different than Goku expects, and that's why the reason I say this is because the next scene right after, you see Topo. It almost looks like he's drawing a line in the sand, like he's saying, like, I feel like he's going to be kind of setting a line there where it's going to be either you're helping us take out Universe 7 or we're against you. And maybe because the power the universe has, aside from that, people are gonna be swayed to work with them. But I feel like Universe 7 is gonna get like there's gonna be a declaration there. You see the look on Gohan and them's faces right there after Topo's talking. I feel like it's gonna be like a declaration that there's no friendship here, there's no sportsmanship here. This is just, we want to beat you and your universe needs to be gone, and that's it. And that's how I feel like that's how they're looking at this, and I feel like that's how it's gonna go. But with that, I feel like Universe is going to pick sides, and the Universe 7 is going to have everyone targeting them, or a majority of the teams, and that's why everybody looks freaked out, while of course Goku at the end of this preview is sitting here smiling. And one other thing I want to point out, because this was really freaking nuts when it popped up, I was just like, wait a minute, did you catch that the Yardrat race is there? That he had the same Yardrat outfit, had the same Yardrat skin color, and, you know, patterns on the skin. It looked just like a Yardrat. It's got to be. Unless they're from Universe 7, which I don't know why they'd be there. I mean, you never know. I mean, instant transmission is, I guess, another tier of power. It's like a higher tier of power, so they could kind of retcon that in a way and say they're here because they've got an association with Zeno in them. But if it's a Yardrat from a different universe, what universe would that be? Universe 6? I have no idea, but the fact that a Yardrat is there, I mean, they're not known to be powerful at all, but because the fact that a Yardrat is showing up there, this could change the entire course of the tournament if you really think about it. But there you guys have it. That is the episode preview for episode number 96 coming next week. It's looking like a freaking hype episode. I can't believe all the little things we have happening already, and the tournament hasn't even gotten underway. We're going to get some action next week still, so we're not going to be short on action. We're not going to have a cool down week as I thought we might after all this fire we've been having happen, but we're going to get to see all the players in the tournament meet up and see how they interact with each other. It feels like it's almost like, you know, everybody coming together for a party, and they're all just like kind of standing around like waiting for the big, you know, big greeting or whatever, but that's where they're going to get into the tournament. But nonetheless, we've got great stuff, you guys. But with that, I want to know what you guys think about the Tournament of Power coming up. Are you guys excited to see the gods of destruction, who are exempt, those 4 gods, facing off for next week in the episode to test out, it looks like, the actual stage? And of the gods of destruction, who is your favorite design so far? I wonder that, because right now mine's got to be Liqueur. That's Universe 8, the Fox guy. That's my favorite design overall, even over Beerus and all of them, because he just looks so freaking dope. Let me know what you guys say down in the comment section below. I want to know what you guys think and what your favorites are. And also, what do you think Frieza and Frost are plotting? Do you think they're going to try to turn on both their teams, or do you think they're going to try to find some way to work together and maybe ensure they're the last 2 teams standing? I don't know how this can go, or maybe they're going to plot to get the Dragon Balls or something. What do you guys think about Frost and Frieza? And aside from that, are you guys excited to see Jiren the Gray finally appear on screen and see what kind of guy he is, see what kind of a character he is, and see how he's going to be in the sense of, is he going to take Goku's side, or is he going to take Topo's side, or is he going to pick his own side where he decides to wait until he clashes fists? So almost similar to Goku. So with that, that's my episode preview for next week. It's looking pretty damn hype, you guys. My name is Legendary Z. This is Legendary Z TV. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. As usual, all I want to ask you guys to do is stay lit, stay legendary, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the next one. Peace.